Alright, what's up guys? First and foremost, this video is sponsored by Accelera and Tire Streets. My name is Nate Hamilton. I've been drifting for over 10 years and my job this weekend is to give you guys a behind the scenes look at my program as I compete in Clutch Kickers Round 5 here in Florida. So on my crew specifically, I have Adrian, who is my main mechanic. We have Brandon, who is a helping hand. He's like a tech. Okay. We have my dad, who really keeps notes and he's very organized. And then from there, usually we have some like filmers and photographers. Shout out to you guys. So yeah, our crew consists of basically 2 mechanics and like an eye in the sky from dad. So when you're going racing, it's a double-edged sword. You really want to put 2 cars in a trailer, if you will, so you're trying to have every spare part possible. For us, we're using these grid walls. They work well to just visually like see what's going on. That way, if you pull something, you know you took it. Yeah, so basically, the keys are spare suspension parts, spare lower control arms, steering racks, anything that you can bump into the other car and maybe bend, that is on hand. Large components like gearboxes or transmissions and motors are sometimes a little harder to have on hand depending on your budget, but yeah, we're trying our best. So this weekend at Clutch Kickers, we're going to need 13 sets. So basically you have 64, 32, 16, 8, 4 finals. We're accounting for a few one more time, so yeah, definitely burning quite a bit of acceleras. I'm on the 651 Sport and we will bounce between the 200s and the 100 treadwear. 3 things you can't live without at the track. Number 1, coffee. Okay. A good breakfast, a good start to the day is very important. But if we're speaking race specific, 3 things I can't live without at the track. Fuel, racing fuel, a good team, and a good tire on the rear end. Absolutely. Alright guys, so we're getting ready for our first practice and then we'll get into qualifying for today. We are running, this is the 651 Sport. So basically I'm running the 285. So 285, 35, 18. This tire is working really well for us. When we drop tire pressure, I can get like 4 to 6 runs. And depending on how heavy we go on the throttle, you can even get a little bit more out of it at this track specifically. So for us, it's a good tire for grip and like endurance. So it's not just gone in a lap, which for the grassroots to pro-am community is really good, like bang for your buck. Moving on to the fronts, I'm in an S13, so we have a 17-18 staggered setup. This is a 235, 40, 17. These are the 100s, so it's 651 Sport 100 treadwear. So these are going to be the gummiest as possible. These really hold the front end on my line. So in the rears, you can run a 200 or a 100 treadwear. The 200s are a pretty big difference, but again, they will last quite a bit longer. The 100s are for like strictly competition. So, but on the fronts, I recommend you always run the 100s. This is going to be specific for different applications, but again, you're shadowing me, so let's just talk about it. So tire pressure. So for us on the front end, what I'm looking at is I'm running 25 PSI, and essentially our guys are reading the sidewall. So you kind of see this like bar here indicating if the tire wear starts to get down below like mid tire wall, add tire pressure. So adding tire pressure is going to keep the sidewall strong. So basically I'm looking for tire wear right about to this bar, so I know I have a good sidewall. So pay attention to that, which for us 25 PSI at this track is looking really good. You can see here the tire wear is still even leaving you know, these little indicators on, so my sidewall is holding up well. Oh yeah guys, again, like Clutch Kickers, this is a 100K drift series. There's 80 drivers, and basically I just kind of wanted to run through a little bit of the track like dynamics real quick. From here, as soon as I get in the car, things get crazy. This is at Holt, Emerald Coast Dragway in the Panhandle of Florida. So basically we have our run up into our 3-2-1 cones, to our outer zone 1, which is a little bit like downhill and then some cambers. So this one you really lock in and feel super like on rails when you do it right. From there, we have a front clip. Then we have our touch and go section. From there, you reach for your outer zone 2, all the way around in front of the crowd, switch back, outer zone 3, and again, you're really trying to meet that outer line and just full throttle. So guys, hope this brought some value on the track itself. Yeah, so today is all about my lead run and qualifying. So I'm focused directly on just getting my outside zones, getting in and out of the zones properly with big angle. Hope you guys enjoy. Yeah, because I need to get in and out to make the transition to get back on throttle. But if I stay in too long, then my transition makes it awkward. And then like on turn 1, I'll enter in, look over like good angle, throttle, on throttle. That can kind of start to like go to the front of the zone. I'll really get this one. Alright, we're checking in. Yeah, long story short, Tyler Berry, he is also a tire Streets / Accelera driver. I've been kind of mentoring and helping Tyler grow as a driver, which I also compete against him. But this started quite a bit ago. So anyways, I'm just gonna check up on Tyler real quick. Tyler, how long have you been drifting?
2017 was my first season, beginning of 2017.
So like not that long.
Yeah, really. Still young.
Still young in the sport. I'm trying to think like, so want to talk about like your tire setups? Like what do you run in the front, what do you run on the back?
As far as tire size, so we're running the 651 Sport, 235 40, 18 in the front, and 651 Sport. We're running 285 35 this weekend.
Same.
We normally run the 265s, but there's a lot of heavy hitters out here, so 285.
So on the 285, like how many laps do you run?
Here, I feel like this track is a lot more forgiving on tires than anywhere else, so we're getting 6, 8, 9.
Yeah, that's the same with me, yeah. Same with us, like, so I'm in 4th gear at 100 mph wheel speed, and I mean like 4, 6, 8 laps and the tire is really pretty gone. But like we talked about, like that's good for this level of competition because when you have 2 laps and the tire is gone, I mean that's like very expensive.
Yeah.
You know, so for me anyways, this is like a good tire that blends both of those, like got a good grip, but it doesn't disappear in a run.
Right.
So yeah, I mean, like do you have any feedback on the tire?
I personally have never been on grippy tires before these, so I don't have any experience on any others, but these do everything that I need them to do. I can't ask any more from them because they're doing everything I need them to do, so, and they last a long time.
Have you and you can share what you want to share. But like, have you in the past, let's say, experimented with pressures? Like, have you gone too low or too high, or do you like them a little more aired up? Or,
On these?
yeah, on the 285.
On the 285, honestly, we just dial it down. I don't think we've ever had to go back up the pressure. Just, we don't rip it up to where it's just straightening everywhere. We just rip it up to where it feels like I can put it exactly where I want it.
Exactly. Especially at clutch kickers, the track is so slow and like the average car speed that like you want the rear wheel to stay freed up enough so your front end isn't pushing.
Right.
So. But yeah, dude, I don't know. I just kind of wanted to come over and like introduce you. Like I was telling them, we're always like going back and forth, and I watched you grow as a driver, and it's super cool. And obviously, we're running the same brand tire, and this video is about tires. So, anything else you want to add? You run positive camber. How's your tire wear going?
Yeah. So last year we put it pretty much at positive half degree, and then we've just kind of left it. If we get a little bit of tire wear that's a little on the outside or inside, we'll just adjust camber from there. But
yeah, same.
We've got it pretty much now where it's just flat.
Yeah, good. Yeah, super cool. Any negatives? Like, do you ever find them? What is it called? Like when they separate, delaminating, or?
I had a couple do that, but it was the same. It was when I switched to the 100 treadwear. Yeah. Which I think I talked to Dirk about it, and I also talked to Kaylee. They told me that when you switch to the 100, just make sure you get it more hot, hotter on the burnout box. Yeah. So I chunked one set and I delaminated one set, but after I talked to them and started getting them hot again, really hot, like you're blowing smoke. I never had that issue again. Okay, so good. That's the only issue that I've ever had of tires. So it's only on that 100 treadwear. Yeah, it's like toss a new set on, and then the initial like break-in needs to be like a nice super hot roast to get them to set. Yeah. Cool. So we got hooked up with Streets X Accelera for our Pro-Am season in 2019.
That's right.
So 2018 we did the deal, and then our first event, which was January or February of 2019, Pro-Am tested, and in the rain I had more grip than the street tires that I normally do. So obviously I chose those. We're happy with Tire Streets. They treat us well. They provide a good tire, obviously. I hope to grow with them like you've been doing. You know, just grow with them as they grow as well.
Yeah, definitely, dude.
I have no plans to switch anytime soon.
Yeah, I love the brand. Yeah, like that's how I dove into it. It was like, dude, their branding, their marketing is like where we're at. You know? So I like that. For everybody watching, what me and Dad are talking about is we're headed into Tyler, say it around. We're headed into qualifying, and basically we're trying to figure out what is best with the tire. I've taken a few runs on this exact tire, and I feel like it's all still there for me. Probably has about 30% life remaining. For tomorrow, we're expecting a lot of battles and potentially some one more times. So we're basically trying to figure out, do we run our first qualifying run on a brand new set, or do we kind of roll the dice and gamble on the 30% remaining tread? But this is cool because we're filming like a tire video, so it's like, I feel like I'm gonna go with my intuition. We're gonna drive on the 30% tread first run, we'll get a real score and a result, and then from there we can judge how we'd like to play the second one. So in drifting, you get 2 qualifying runs, so it becomes kind of like a, you know, you gotta put on your best show in those 2 runs, so it's a good time. Alright, day in the life is continuing, basically on my first so you only get 2 qualifying runs. On my first qualifying run, basically I made a bad call, like we talked earlier, on the burnt tire versus the new tire. I guess I didn't account for how hot the track is and how like rad I was feeling. So basically turn 1 I entered in and I was full throttle and the car stuck really well. Went to switch back on touch and go, and that's such a like such a dynamic section that basically as soon as I threw it with all my angles, the car just like came out under me. So yeah, I think I either didn't heat the tires up enough or just the tire life was low. So anyway, but I got a 0 on my first qualifying run. I'm gonna keep my head in the game. Second qualifying run, we got this. So day one, you've been following along. Thank you so much. Drifting is such a cool sport. There's a lot of camaraderie. Hope you guys kind of felt that on this first day. We are done with qualifying. So my first run, I got a 0, which always puts the pressure on the second run. I put down a safe lap. It's the first time drifting in these conditions at night. So I really just ran inside lines, stayed committed to throttle, but I got a 76, which is rightfully so. This will put us somewhere right in the mid-pack, but I'm in the show tomorrow, and now I get to tandem and battle my way to the top. So it'll go 64, 32, 16, 8, 4, finals. I'll see y'all tomorrow. Alright guys, it's loud, it's smoky, it's noisy, it is game day. Today is Sunday. There is 63 qualified drivers that we are about to go battle, so stay tuned. One practice session and then right into the top 64. Let's go. Okay, so you're the driver. It's less about you being a driver and more about the character. Yeah. It's more about your character than it is. Exactly. Alright guys, checking back in. We got through practice earlier, which went really well. I felt like I got in the groove and I really got my pace and timing. So now we're on to our top 64. The guys are just towing the front and rear to make sure all the alignment specs are good. It's very important with drift cars, with all of the abuse we put them through, to make sure that all of your settings remain the same. So, feeling good. Go ahead, bud. Alright, that's one way to start the race. So that was just the top 64. That battle was a lot closer than I expected, to be honest. You know, we had my lead, which I felt went really well. And then in my chase, he had a little bit of breakup in outer zone 3, which caused us to have contact. The judges actually said he jumped the light, so none of that mattered. So that's where you see me chase him again. I gave him a little bit more room, trying to be conservative, and hopefully, well, I mean, obviously it paid off. So that was really one way to warm up, sweated out everything I got. Now we're on to top 32, the day is just getting started.
Hell yeah. Wait, yeah, he choked for a second. He did a great job. I told him just be there.
going into turn 1. I had to fully commit, and we caught him. And then by the touch and go, I felt like I was right there. So yeah, that was a close one again. Nothing's easy out here.
Dude, I just barely caught you when you transitioned.
Oh.
And I was like, yeah, it went through the bumper, I guess the toe hook.
Yeah, dude, it was the toe hook.
Dude, I was like, I know he's gonna be snappy. Let me just bring
Tried to just run a nice outside line. Good stuff.
That was good.
Thank you so much, man. That was so much fun. We top 32. We just wrapped up a battle with Nick Blakeman. This dude was fast off the line. He had my heart pounding. Usually on the run up, pretty much I'm able to really feel out the pace of the run, and it wasn't until after touch and go transition where I felt like I locked in on him. So a little bit of a disadvantage for me there, man. I had to be very sharp a little bit, but he knew what he was doing, and everything was good. So luckily we got the win. He got it into my toe hook a little, and I put a pretty cool scar across his front bumper. But I just set this up to him, and it was all love. Now we're on to Adam LC. What up, Adam? Alright guys, top 16 ceremonies just ended. So we won our 64 battle, we won our 32 battle, and now we are on for the real part of the day. The sun is going down, and so is our tire pressure. The 651 Sports have been great to us, even tire wear. We got a fresh set of 285s on. We are dropping pressures about 4 pounds, and let's go get this. I battle Adam LZ first. Alright guys, the race suit is coming off. It's been a gnarly weekend of racing. Unfortunately, top 16, I lost to Adam LZ. All my fault. I threw the car in, touch and go, got him wheel to wheel. Sorry Adam, I did not mean to do that. It's a smoke line and then a car. So, 2 car wrecks in one weekend, not that bad. Thank you guys for watching. Thank you Accelera. Thank you Tire Streets for putting this together. Hope this was a fun little behind the scenes.